Guys, welcome to Sunday. How do you feel after losing an hour's sleep? I know, but spring forward. So yeah, we hopefully will have some nicer weather coming up instead of all the snow and the minus everything and not very. Oh, and maybe an election. Maybe an election during this spring forward time. Let's hope so, eh? But do you feel like me? Do you feel like that you're living in like a Groundhog Day, where the Liberal government, the Trudeau leader of the Liberal government, just keeps popping up every day and preaching to Canadians? What? Like, the guy's supposed to resign. It's supposed to get a new guy in, and now he's saying that even though he's going to get the new person in, he might stay on. He might just stay and continue with Canada's horrific Groundhog Day synopsis. Synopsis. There is a word there somewhere. Anyway, did you hear him talking the other day about all the, the watermelon people walking through the streets every weekend and during the week and standing in certain areas that don't agree with their religion and have a different religion? And I can't really say too much about this because it's if I speak and say too many bad words, YouTube will say, "Oh, they're bad words. We can't have them bad words out there on YouTube because the YouTube is just for furry kittens and dogs that are sleeping and falling off settees." Yeah, have a listen.
The warning lights are flashing red. Anti-Semitism is on the rise, particularly since Hamas's brutal, barbaric terrorist attack of October 7th. Holocaust denialism is on the rise. Violent extremism is on the rise. What you are experiencing is not normal. Anti-Semites singing the praises of Hamas and Hezbollah while waving their flags in the streets of our cities is not normal. Jewish students being shouted down in their classrooms and campuses for simply expressing their identity, their opinions, their beliefs is not normal. Synagogues and Jewish day schools being attacked and firebombed by cowards in the night is not normal. The increasingly common, deafening indifference toward or even rationalization of rising anti-Semitism is not normal. The term Zionist increasingly being tossed around as a pejorative, in spite of the fact that it simply means believing in the right of Jewish people, like all people, to determine their own future, is not normal. No one in Canada should ever, and it is incumbent upon me and upon my successor as Prime Minister, upon the premiers, municipal leaders, police chiefs, and every single Canadian, particularly non-Jewish allies, to not only speak out against anti-Semitism, but to act, to stop its spread, and to take this deadly threat seriously.
What do you think? Why he's saying this now at a rally for the things that he's promoting in this video? And why did he not put a stop to all this before? If he feels so strongly about this, which he doesn't, obviously, he just panders to segments of Canadian society. Like if you're black cats, he's like, yes, we must all defend black cats. Black cats are the best thing ever. Black cats their lives matter. If you're white cats, it's like, white cats, yes, I'll get Jolly to talk about white cats, shall I? Hey, Jolly, can you go over there and talk about white cats? Yeah, white cats. Yeah, we love white cats. Yeah, screw them black cats. We like the white cats. Yeah, he did. He sent Jolly to go and do his work on the other side of the, I'm obviously trying to be careful what I'm saying here, the other side of the religious believing people, the different religious believing people than the religious believing people that he was speaking to in this speech. Anyway, before I get myself into too much trouble, let's get on with your comments. Finally, we reach your comments. I'll try and put them here this time. Always looking for a space to put the comments, or down here, or across, or whatever. Yeah. The Liberal Polyev attack ads are futile. He's not the same. Yeah, it's apples or oranges. I sort of wish he was the same. I sort of wish he did have, not exactly the same as the president down in the US of A, but I like the fact that that guy is for the USA. I'd like our governor to be for Canada, rather than send money to, well, Jolly's just sent another big pile of money to Africa, and yeah, it's money to other countries, but not invest in Canada for the Canadian government as it is now, and as it will be with the new guy in charge, who I just daren't say his name because everything just gets cancelled when you mention the C word, and I don't mean that C word. Well, maybe I do. I'll carry on before I get into trouble again. One SFX channel said,
"Don't let Trump distract from the real ongoing threat of Liberal policies that have been here for a decade plus."
Yeah, it's the policies that they've had for this past decade with Jagmeet Singh backing them up that's got us in this position where we are now, where the Prime Minister feels that he just can't cope anymore. I quit. I do quit.
I intend to resign.
Sort of. Dan said,
"Election yesterday. Thank a veteran. Get your asses out and vote."
Don't take this for granted, guys. Get out there and when we get the chance, get out there and vote. Do not take it for granted. Moose said,
"For the life of me, I cannot think of one positive outcome by this incompetent Liberal government."
There isn't anything. There's nothing good coming out of this government at all at the moment. We're in so much debt. We've sent so much money to different countries that we just run out of it in this country. I'm dreading doing my taxes coming up next week or so, because I know it's not going to stay in the money that I have to pay, or the extra money that I'm going to be paying. It's not even going to be, it's already gone to other countries. It's not going to stay in this country. Dale said,
"I find the ads truly laughable. Trump is for America best interest, as is Pierre for Canada and Canadians. No money for any other countries. It should be spent on our citizens living in tents, struggling. Liberanos have sent enough of taxpayers' money abroad. Enough already."
Everything you just said there is 100% what we've been preaching on this channel. 100%. I totally agree with you. Jason said,
"Pierre Poilievre is Canada first. He is not about Make America."
No, but what they're saying is about make Canada great. That's what they're saying. It's sort of the same things that the president down there is saying. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with make Canada great again? What is wrong with it? And if you don't say that Canada's broken, if you say that Canada's fine and everything's hunky-dory all the time, how do you fix the problems that we have in Canada at the moment? The homelessness, the food bank lineups, the no one can afford a house, the interest rates, the inflation, and now with tariffs, the upcoming what do you call it? I'll put the word here because I can't remember it. Rez said,
"Pierre just need to use common sense and do what the Canadian citizens want done."
You would hope, wouldn't you? You would hope. Let's hold it. We're going to have to hold him to that. Icky Mac said,
"I support Canada, always have and always will. It's non-negotiable. Threatening us isn't support. Letting Canadians live in tents while anyone shows up on our doorstep and gets 83 grand a year in more rights isn't supporting Canada." Enough said.
Enough said, mate. Enough said, Icky. Arden said,
"PP is tanking because he sounds like a Liberal. Attacking Trump is dumb."
really? You think he's tanking? Do you think that, I've said before, just check the betting odds. Check the betting odds for a Liberal win in the next election. You'll find that your odds aren't that good. Chick said,
"Hey neighbour, I'm the one across the big lake. I see similarities between PP and DJT that I find most excellent in leaders of great countries. PP, Canada first. DJT, America first. Sometimes things have to hit rock bottom before people rise up and say no more. We, America, did. Now it's your turn to shine.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. That's from an American. I totally appreciate the fact that Canada needs to put Canada first, basically. Let's just do that. Why can't we just put Canada first? Michigan Frog said,
I was in line at the Dollar Tree in Halton, Maine, and the woman behind me struck up a conversation about Canada. Can you believe they beat us at hockey? She said. What do you mean, they? Laugh out loud.
yeah, they beat us at hockey. That's what we are now, are they? Double said,
They are trying to take advantage of the anger some people have towards Trump. However, some of it is misinformed anger. Stay calm, carry on, vote Conservative.
stay calm and carry on. Marilyn said,
Carney is more MAGA. Didn't he move his business to New York City?
yeah, but they're hiding that on the mainstream media. They're not even going to mention that ever. I don't think they're going to. I'd be very, very doubtful if you ever hear that from the CBC. Mr. 2 Cents says,
I'm sure in my heart that Trump would like Pierre.
I'm sure he does like Pierre. I'm sure some of their stuff, some of their thoughts do align pretty closely. Stone said,
Trump should come out and say that Marx Carney is a great guy and that he's happy to call him a friend, so the Liberals win 0 ridings, laugh out loud.
that's a brilliant idea. Imagine coming out and saying, yeah, Mark is, I believe everything that he's saying. Oh, this net zero, perfect. I love it. I love what he's saying. I love it. I love what he's saying. and then people do, what? Is Polyev like MC? Oh no. Brian said,
This tit for tat going back and forth is starting to get a little ridiculous. Definitely would like to see more of a Trump government. However, he's starting to come off like he wants people to kiss the feet of the king. He seems to be saying, because Polyev isn't blowing down to him, he's not worthy of Trump's friendship. Like I said, ridiculous.
the whole thing is a little bit, scariness. Talking about scariness, Liberals take aim at hunting. Are the Liberals aiming to ban this popular hunting rifle? Now, this is the SKS. This is the rifle that Indigenous. The only reason they haven't banned this rifle at the moment is because Indigenous love it. They use it for all their hunting needs up north, and survival and protection against bears and anything else big that could eat them up there. And I did actually put a pinned comment on this. Looks like they did not ban the Indigenous favourite hunting weapon of choice on this occasion. But by mentioning the SKS, I'm sure it's on their radar. I'm sure they really want to get rid of that rifle. I am. And I put a link to all the stuff that's actually added to the list of things that are getting banned. Just a Cringe channel said,
Kind of strange to ban guns at the time when our sovereignty is at risk from America.
well, and we just had 12 people pew-pewed downtown Toronto in a bar the very next day. And I guarantee you that the person who did it is not a licensed owner and did not use a long, sticky type gun. Marilyn
Said 2.3 legal gun owners and their friends better get out and vote Conservative if they want to keep their guns.
Yeah, Katie said the same thing. It's ridiculous. OCD, laugh out loud. It's too early in the morning to get me going on the gun ban topic. A lot of people are really wound up about this. There are a lot of gun owners in Canada. It surprised me how many people do actually, but it's close. We are close to America, and it is sort of the thing, isn't it? Krusty Canuck said, Krusty's got a great channel, by the way. I mentioned it before. I'll put his channel here and his comment here.
Panic modes. One last ditch effort before another shit show begins.
Thanks, Krusty. We'll finish with Krusty. Well, we'll see. We'll probably know the vote by 3 o'clock today. If you're watching this after 3 o'clock, well done, Carney, for winning PM. That's foreshadowing. See you on the next one.